Just want to talk briefly about the structure of a vegetative barrier. To be effective, they don't have to be particularly wide. We only need like a single or two rows of trees offset to cover an area about 10 metres, and ideally have a gap either side of up to 10 metres. That allows for a bit of vegetation management and things like that. When we look at the trees themselves, to be effective, they need to be at least twice the height of the release of the spray. So generally 2 to 3 metres high, and they start becoming quite effective for ground application. They may need to be a little bit higher for aerial. The other thing we would like to see is that skirt come down to the ground. So if you're planting predominantly species that have a higher skirt, maybe some small shrubs along the base, or we might be looking at something like the casuarina species here. You can see the skirt goes right down to the ground. It's got these great thin needle-like leaves that help filter droplets out of the air. It's of an appropriate height. When I look at this, there's parts of it that are a touch thick. In other words, probably not porous enough. The droplets will travel around them, but so a little bit of maintenance on this tree with trimming back a few branches would help keep it very effective. A vegetative barrier like this, up to 10 metres wide with a couple of rows of trees and having a 10 metre gap either side, can be very effective at filtering the small droplets out of the air. That 40 metres, that's equivalent to having up to 300 metres downwind reduced to about 40 when we're spraying beside it. So they're very effective, particularly on the predominantly downwind side of the paddocks, at filtering out droplets and helping protect sensitive areas on the downwind side.